Welcome back, kids. Today we're going to begin a new chapter, that is time. First of all, children, let's understand the basic difference between sunset and sunrise. See, children, towards your left side, the sun is rising, right? Children, sunrise occurs in the morning and it occurs in the east. Sunrise marks the beginning of the day, right? When the sun is in the sky, it basically means it is sunrise. So after the sunrise, the sun is always in the sky. Towards your right side is a picture of sunset. Sunset occurs in the evening, children. It occurs in the west side. It marks the end of the day and the sun disappears when it becomes dark. Children, now let's have a look at this picture. See, this picture is divided into 4 parts. It is basically telling us a day of a child. If you see, the first picture is a child waking up, right? It is of a child waking up early in the morning. After waking up, what do? You complete your daily routine. You study, you freshen up, right? And in the evening, you play outside, and in the night, you're off to bed. So basically, a day is divided into morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So children, all these activities you do every day at particular time. So today we'll be understanding how to read time with the help of a clock. Yes, children, a clock is a device which helps us to find out what time of day it is. Children, just like you have 2 hands, similarly a clock also has 2 hands. The green colored is called the minute hand. The minute hand is the long word, and hence the minute hand is the longer hand. So the longer hand is called the minute hand and the shorter hand is called the hour hand. See, a trick to remember, the word minute is a long word, so it basically denotes long hand, and the short hand is a short word, right? So it denotes the hour hand. Moving on. Children, a day is divided into 24 hours. How is that possible? If you look at the clock has different divisions of numbers starting from 1 ending till 12. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now you must be observing, why is it 12 and not 13? So let's understand this concept also. Children, a day is divided into 24 hours. Now, how is that possible? Children, there are 12 hours in the daytime and 12 hours in the night time, children. The daytime we denote it as AM and the night time is denoted as PM. Okay, children? So a day has 12 hours. 12 in the morning, or you can say 12 in the day and 12 in the night. So the clock revolves twice. The minute hand revolves twice a day. Okay? Now, when the minute hand is on 12 and the hour hand is on any number, then the time is shown by the number on which the hour hand is. So let us understand how to read time. So children, whenever the minute hand is at 12, it basically means if the long hand is at 12, it denotes o'clock. And now let's see how to read the time. Now, if you see, when the long hand is at 12, it is called o'clock. And the short hand is at any number, you say that number and also say o'clock. For example, the short hand is at 1. So what is the time? It's 1 o'clock. Yes. Let's do some more examples. In this picture, if you see, the long hand is at 12 and the short hand is at 3. So what's the time? It's 3 o'clock, right? It's 3 o'clock. And also, another way of writing 3 o'clock is 3. You put 2 dots and 0, 0. This is another way of writing the time. So it's 3 o'clock, or you can write it in this way also. Coming on to the next picture. The long hand is at 12 and the short at 8. What is the time? It's 8 o'clock. Very good. Moving on. Children, we have just learned that a day has 24 hours. Another important fact is that 1 hour has 60 minutes. If you look at the clock has 12 divisions, and between each division there are 5 smaller divisions. And if you count that smaller divisions individually, you will see it adds up to 60. And each division denotes minute. And there are 60 divisions. So how many minutes? 60 minutes. Right, children? So 1 hour has 60 minutes. Okay, children? Moving on. Today's classwork. Write the heading time on the top of the page. 2 important facts that we've learned today is 1 day is equal to 24 hours and 1 hour has 60 minutes. Now, write some fill in the blanks in your notebooks. A clock has dash hands. How many hands? 2 hands, children. A clock has 1 short hand and 1 long hand, right? The face of the clock is known as dial. Children, the face of the clock is known as dial. If you see, this is the dial. This is called the face and also the dial of the clock. Moving on. There are 12 numbers on its face. How many numbers are there on its face? 12 numbers. The short hand is the hour hand and the long hand is the minute hand. After this, let's do some pages from your Maths is Fun. This is page 131. We have to write the time in 2 ways. One has been done for us. If you see in this first picture, the long hand is at 12 and the short hand is at 5. What is the time? It's 5 o'clock. And you have to write the time in both the ways. Okay? Now, the next clock, short hand is at 11 and long hand is at 12. What is the time? 11 o'clock. Write down 11 over here. Then, next clock, short hand is at 4 and long hand is at 12. What is the time? 4 o'clock. Right? Children, similarly, you have to do all these time. You have to read the time and write down what is the time. Besides this, an activity for your children. This is your homework. You have to draw a clock showing time 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. One has been done for you. A 4 o'clock has been made for you. You have to make another clock showing the time of 5 o'clock. Also mention the long hand is at 12 and short hand is at 4. So what will be the time? The time is 4 o'clock. So children, I hope you've understood the concept of reading o'clock and the concept of time. Do all this work in your notebook and your book neatly. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.